Alrighty, y'all, so before the video begins, I do want to take a quick moment to thank you guys so much for all the insane support we've been getting lately. We are currently now at 15.8 thousand. We did just hit 800 subscribers, or I guess 15,800 subscribers on YouTube, and it's crazy because we're so close to 16,000 and it's just May, right? The goal was to get 20,000 by the end of the year, and at the rate we're going now, I do think we can do that quite easily, honestly, even beforehand. And if that's the case, then wow, it's gonna be something gay, but trust me, a lot more coming this way. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get into it. Alrighty, y'all, so I don't even know. Sometimes, like, I feel like some people do too much in a game, but I feel like this is next level. Now, what you're about to see, what we're about to react to, I already seen this before. I actually shout outs to Guitar Rock. I watched one of his videos, him actually reacted to this, but my viewers don't know that I already watched the video for this, and they sent me this and want me to react to it. So we're gonna do that, right? But essentially, someone quit Nikke, or I guess is consider, I don't remember the exact context. I just know it's about someone quitting and gacha costume skins. I don't remember the full context, but I believe they were quitting because of the gacha costume skins, which to me is the dumbest thing ever. But we're gonna read it. We're gonna read it right here, right? And then I'm gonna leave the original post. I don't want you guys going to this person and tackling them, because that's not what this is about, right? But I want to give my 2 cents on all this stuff right here, since it says nobody probably cares, right? We do care for every player that plays DK, but let's see. So this is by Educational Diver 867. Frustrated with the costume gachas. Let's see. Discussion. Nobody probably cares, but here we go. Shift Up has given 2 costume gachas, one for Modernia or Marianne, and the other one for Crown. These skins are cool, but unless you are really lucky, you're going to be paying between $20 to $50+. That's only in USD for one of these skins. I understand this is a gacha, but I feel like there is a certain line where it becomes too much. I'd be comfortable paying $10 to $15 for a skin, but $50, it just doesn't feel good to me. I think Shift Up has made a great game and a world with predatory monetization. Why can't I just buy the skin directly? I'm going to come back to that point, because I actually have talked about that specifically, right? But we're going to continue, and then we're going to come back to that point. I'm considering quitting. I have a good amount of units, but just frustrating to see this after feeling like Nikke was better than other gacha games. But in reality, it feels like it's going down even if revenue is up. I missed the other anniversary, so I was thrilled for this one. And it was cool to see Crown and Modernia, and see a new Nikke in Kilo, which Kilo is the Nikke in Talos. The robot's name is Talos. Kilo, you know what I'm talking about already. And even T Awesome, or I guess even Too Awesome. I don't know what TI, maybe I'm not understanding what TI is, but Too Awesome, I'm assuming, right? But the double gacha is killing my motivation to play. Again, nobody probably cares, but I'm probably going to get downvoted to hell. I'll see y'all at the door. Now, I say this all the time, and I want this to be very clear. I really don't think that this is a reason why you would quit Nikke. I could understand if you constantly get shafted on a banner. I can understand if, you know, you just find the game to be boring. But this, I'm sorry, this is the dumbest reason to ever, like, I mean no disrespect, but I just need to make it clear. And I don't want you guys going, because I'm going to leave the link to this in the description in the comments, but I don't want you guys going there tackling this person. But I think this is the dumbest thing ever, personally. To quit a game because the skin is $50. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not one of those guys who are, you know, I do think $60 for a skin. I have both of them. So take it from someone who buys all of them. I have both of them. For me, I spent $60 for each. Actually, it was $75 for me because we got $15 off, right? So $75, that's well over $100 for the gacha costume skin. This is Crowns right here, right? And I have Modernia somewhere here too. That's Dorothy's right there that you were just seeing. This is Modernia. I have them, yes, but I don't get it. These skins, besides having 1, 2, and 3 wallpapers, besides having the wallpaper, and besides having the Nikke look like this when they're shooting, that's it. That's all. That's all there is to it. There's nothing to it. All you do is get a new change in the way the characters look. Now, I get it. Maybe some of you guys fell in love with the transformation. I can understand 1,000,000%. But it's not by force to get it. And this is where I feel like they should have never locked a transformation specifically behind a gacha costume or just a costume in general, because I feel like if this was anybody else, maybe they wouldn't care as much. If it was like Eula or freaking Exia, if they got gacha costume skins for the anniversary, nobody would care, because those are characters you just do not use like that, right? But Crown and Modernia are two characters that are used all the time, so I could understand. Now, where's the part where he says something that I want to agree with? Right here. I understand that this is a gacha, but I feel like there's just a certain line where it becomes too much, and $60 is too much. Despite you getting all the other rewards from the gacha costumes, because you do get other rewards. Let's not act like you just get the skin. And I know when I say this, you guys hate it, but it's true. You get a skin, a few multis, and yada yada yada. But although you get that, what I like about what he said here is, why can't I buy the skin directly? That's literally what I've been saying this whole time. In this shop, you should not be, there should be a way you could just buy the skin. I get it, it's a gacha costume, right? And like if you go to outside to one of those gacha machines in the real world, right? Obviously, you can't just spend a certain amount of money to get the main prize. I get it. But essentially, you're forcing people to buy all of this before they can get to this, right? They have a chance of getting it beforehand. I actually got Modernia's beforehand on a viewer's account. But there should be no reason why I cannot just get the skin. I would have no problem spending how much ever they want me to spend for just the skin. Unless it's $60 just for the skin, because it makes no sense. Why would I spend $60 just for the skin when I could just buy, you know, this skin, get all the other stuff with it, right? But I do think this is silly. I do think this is silly that you cannot buy the gacha costume skins, but at the same time, it makes sense. When you go to one of those arcades and it says you can get the iPhone for spending $1, you don't just, you know, put in $5 and guarantee the iPhone, right? You have to keep trying your luck. At the end of the day, it is a gacha costume skin. So I wish they did sell it directly for the people who just wanted it directly. But again, it's a gacha costume. It's a gacha machine. It's like one of those gacha pawns. That's just how it works in the real world, right? I don't know if they would change it. I'm sure there's other games that do that, but Nikke, they're not doing it. I'm considering quitting. I have a good amount of units, but just frustrated to see after, like, no, I don't think Nikke is greedy though. I would say Nikke is greedy if these skins, both of these skins, gave the people who own them a massive boost in terms of the character. So if I had this and I had to spend $60 for it, and I had this Modernia skin and they made my Modernia better than people who have core 7 Modernia without having this skin, then, and only then, this line right here makes sense. Now, obviously, this is not about me, but I just don't understand this. How do you quit because you cannot get a skin that has no value besides the way the character looks in the game? Am I not understand? I'm not understanding. How do you quit? And again, I'm not trying to come after my man. I'm not even trying to tackle my mans, because again, I understand it. It's very frustrating to always see these godlike skins under $50, $60, yada yada yada. But how do you sit there and say, I want to quit because I cannot get this skin because it's so expensive? Right? It's not by force. But again, it's like if my favorite character ever was Modernia, I want to get her skin. But $50 is, do I want to spend that for her? No. That's damn near triple. You can pay your phone bill with $50. So it's like, I get it and I don't get it, because I'm on both sides. I understand 1,000,000%. Me, you guys, I'm not the perfect person to tell you guys this. I make content on Nikke. Me spending money, I spend money on this skin, make a video about it, and get the money back from the video. So for me, all this stuff is basically free for me in a sense. Right? It's all basically free for me because I spend money and then I get the money back from the videos I make about it, right? So for me, it's so different. But for a regular person, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure. I just don't think quitting is like, I get it. They're not going to change it though, right? You guys have already complained time and time about gacha costumes already being $50. They haven't changed that, right? So they're not going to change it. Right? Because if they were to change it, then guess what people would do? The people who spent the $60 for these skins, they would start complaining because all the other gacha costume skins they bought beforehand were, guess what, $60. So it goes both ways for the people who spend and for the people who do not spend it. The people who do not want to spend $50, if they were to change it to a lower price, people who spend $50 for all the previous skins would start complaining because they spent all the, you know, money for the previous skins at a higher amount and now they're selling it at a lower amount, right? It's kind of like if on Monday they were selling a PS5 for $800 and then on Tuesday they dropped it from $800 to $100. You could see how mad people would be that they spent $800 when the next day was $100, right? So 1,000,000% understandable, but I don't think you should let a skin in a game that has no benefits besides the way a character looks stop you from playing the game. Makes no sense to me. In terms of what can they do about it, maybe just sell the skin by itself. There's no problem with that. Just sell the skin by itself. But then again, it goes back to, oh, people would complain because they felt forced to have to buy, you know, all this other stuff to get the skin before they didn't add it like that. So I don't think Nikke is ever gonna do anything about it. So at this point of time, y'all, for anybody who's watching this video, I guess my final message to you guys is, because we already know Nikke is not gonna do nothing about it. You guys complain too much and they're not doing anything about it. Let's keep it a buck. My only advice to you guys is to just forget about gacha costume skins. I know it's not something you want to hear, but if it's stressful, then what's the point? If you know your favorite character is Scarlet, let's say, or Red Hood. Red Hood skin is free, thank God. But let's say Scarlet is your favorite character. You would do anything for Scarlet, but spend $60 for a skin and they gave her a gacha costume. You're most likely going to get mad because you're not going to buy it or because you don't want to buy it. And they're not going to change it. Just forget about gacha costume skins at this point. They don't do anything for people who have them. It's just a bragging rights. It's just a flex, I guess. It's not really that important. I'm playing with my my Mew. I'm playing with my Mew here, right? But I don't know what to tell you guys. I don't, right? I'm not someone who works for Nikke. I'm not nothing like that. But again, I'm on like kind of both sides. Because for me, it's like, it's just a regular skin that has no value in the game besides the way a character looks. But then again, it's like, I know the value of money big time. So $50, 60 USD actually. For me, it's 75 because of the discounts on a regular, like 80, I think. Or it was $60 for me. I don't remember the exact price. It's around 75 to $80 for me on a regular event. But for me, $75 for a skin, obviously I don't want to spend that, but again, as a YouTuber, I make the money right back from it. The same day I made the video of the Modernia skin, I got more than what I spent on that one day alone. And same thing goes for Crown. I make more money a day from spending, you know, on these banners and making a video from it. So for me, I feel like my opinion isn't really valid because in a sense I'm getting it for free. You know what I mean? But let me know for the people who do spend, who, you know, felt like this. I don't think quitting is necessary though. I don't think, obviously if you want to quit by all means, but just take it from me, if you ever do watch this video, quitting is not necessary. It's a skin that has no benefits, and I know it might demotivate you that you might not have a skin, but at the same time it does not matter, because when this game goes away, which it will shut down one day, all this stuff is going to go away at the end of the day. And as long as you guys remember that, you're good to go. Maybe that was the worst advice I could have given you guys as a YouTuber, because now maybe some of you guys might be like, oh yeah, Nikke's going to shut down eventually, I'm not going to spend no more. No, ignore what I just said. I apologize. Okay, I'm out. Bye.